Buddy, I have a really cool lesson for you today. It's like most of my lessons, Spanish guitar inspired, but I think for whatever reason, there's definitely a touch of exotic or Middle Eastern or Indian or something like that as well, which is a part of Spanish music. So we're going deep today and we're doing some fun stuff. I will play a simplified version, then a slightly more difficult version. Try and teach them both to you as well as I can. And then if you want more, the place to come is my Patreon page where I can really deep dive, as I like to call it, and really help you with a lot of things as well as tab out on my lessons. So that's the program. Let me play for you and then let's get you playing. That's going to be our kind of beginner level idea, a bit simpler. And then once you've mastered that, we're going to get you doing something like this. Something like that. Okay, so without further ado, I was basically playing an A major chord, and I was playing it all with one finger, you'll notice. So usually, or not usually, but I was taught as a kid to play the A major chord with 3 fretting fingers. That's valid, that's normal, that works in a lot of playing situations, and I do it myself very often, of course. But today we're just using one finger. Pretty cool, pretty easy. And once we've got that chord, we're just moving 1 fret higher. You'll notice I've got you may not notice because the webcam's a bit weird, I've got my open A string ringing for both chords. So it's a pure A major chord. Then when we move up 1 fret but keep the low string ringing, it becomes something a bit funkier. I think of it as a B flat, I think of it as just the next chord up, but it's got that dissonant harmony because of the ringing open string. So that's fine. And then quite simply, we're going to improvise or play some melodies just based on, I'm going to take my little watch off here, just based on those notes that were in those chords. So we've got like the 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. Let's just play them as single notes. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. So we've got 2 chords to play with and these 6 notes. You can do some trills. So that's pretty much the beginner version of this. You might be happy with that. You might be finished there and you could just turn off the lesson and go and do some practice, which is cool. If you want a bit more, let's do the same thing, but go up to the 5th fret. So we've introduced a new chord. It's still the same 1 finger grip, super easy. Can't really think of an easier chord, to be honest. And we can either just move that 1 finger, or we can use multiple fingers. 2 fingers. 3. I think you get the point. So as well as the 2nd fret idea, the 3rd fret idea, and the 5th fret idea, I'm also using the open. 0, 0, 0, the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, or the D, G, and B strings. Pretty cool. And now to really make it nice and spicy, just like we did before, we're going to use any note that was in a chord will be valid to be used in the melody. There are going to be some clashes. This is not going to be one particular scale. I call it a bit of a mongrel. You know, a friendlier name might be a hybrid scale, but I think you'll agree there's some pretty slanky notes in here. So I think of it as a mongrel scale, but let's have some fun with it. So our scale would be like on the D string 2, 3, 5. And then you just do 2, 3, 5 again. And then 2, 3, 5 again. You can also use the open string, so you might go like 0, 2, 3, 5. Pretty messy. Now just because Just because all the notes are kind of in play, because I said so, because it's, you know, me giving you this tutorial right now, doesn't mean you have to play them all. Certain notes will sound brilliant with this, or on certain chords, or from certain approaches. Other notes that I just showed you will sound pretty ugly. One of the worst clashes is that in a bad context, the 5th fret of the G string and the 2nd fret of the B string, C and C sharp, they don't always work, but sometimes they do. If you want to get that like exotic Middle Eastern, like not only Spanish, but like a Moroccan or something, trills, a fast hammer and a fast pull, really good, and slides. Starting to do a bit of legato. You can see I'm kind of just vibing along now, starting to get a bit more comfortable and do a bit of my own stuff, but it's still from what I just taught you. So good luck with that. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. If you want tabs and a deep dive, come onto my Patreon page, and I will see you next time.